Yeah, they did that shit too.
Probably. Yeah, a lot of DJs have been on.
Yeah. Everybody's been up there, bro. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I mean. Just not yours. Shit. It's someone's vibe, I guess. You know. There's a crowd for everyone, right? Apparently. There's a crowd for. Yeah, apparently, it's a crowd for everyone. I'm glad to see that there's a crowd growing for drum and bass though these days. I
No,
know.
it's growing.
I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, you played drum and bass, and was like, "What?" And then now you can play drum and bass like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I'm messing with it." Like the acceptance now in the states, especially now in Southern California, it's cool to see a lot more of it. Especially people like you, David. I mean, pushing the sound, along with others too. I feel like you and a bunch of other DJs here, in the local area of Southern California, are very rare in terms of like playing drum and bass. I mean, given maybe I haven't really done as much research in the Southern California area, but I mean, when we go to events nearby, when it comes to drum and bass, it's either you that's playing. We have other DJs like Fela, Bam. It's another one that plays drum and bass out here. And it's not many DJs doing that, and I think it's real cool. And I believe that you and others sit in a rare batch of DJs that do that, man. So big round of applause for you, bro. Fucking David ZAIX in the building, bro. Drum and bass. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. Feeling good about drum and bass.
Yeah, did you play in drum and bass last night? I seen that you were
Yeah.
at some sort of tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel. It was crazy. It was a cool little community out there. You know, they just find a spot and they just call it home for the night.
Where was this
But
at? This tunnel? Cause, bro, that's
it's
crazy. Like you guys just showed up at a tunnel and just like a renegade sort of feel.
yeah,
All
literally
right.
cold as fuck. It was like windy, like 20, like those winds were picking up. Like it was blowing everything, all the tarps and shit. But yeah, they found this spot in Hesperia. I think it was like
Oh,
borderline
okay.
Hesperia, and it was just this little hole in the wall, right behind this what looks like a truck stop.
All right.
You
What's
just
like the majority of the music that was playing that whole night at this tunnel? Or what's this like the event usually play more so? There's like a lot
bass
of house,
music.
bass music.
They play
Okay.
bass music and house and drum and bass. Yeah, the host he loves drum and bass. He plays. I think he plays all of it. But yeah, he threw down a house set last night. And but no, he has mainly a lot of bass. Oh, he gives the spotlight to everyone, because he had house, he had like techno, he had Mr. Specs, which is hardstyle, he had me, and then he had some other guys spinning drum and bass right before me. So it's that hour of drum and bass just extended. So it's just like better for them, It's that enforcement of drum and bass that they are rarely ever gonna see anywhere else. So it's like they got to see it in the fucking tunnel. So it's like cool if you were to experience that for the night.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, bro, because I think you might have done events where you're in a lineup and the curation is kind of like a little bit everywhere. Like it might be house music, might be some hard style, some techno, and then given that you play drum and bass, um, I mean this might be biased. You might say that every hour is a great hour for drum and bass, right? But given like some events and some scenarios, what do you think is a great slot for drum and bass? Like when it
For
comes to those kinds of lineups where it's like a little diverse with
it, like
genres.
I would love to answer that, but what like what location? Like see,
Okay,
like
so would you say this?
my mind is like that. Like I need like if it was to be like for instance the pop up warehouse that we did, that was everywhere. That's you would see it's all house and it was techno as well that night. The perfect hour for drum bass for that warehouse would have been, yeah, like at 1 or 12, towards like the last or second to last set. Just not and not even like that, but maybe just because of the night, how it was all house, and then it could end with like bass music, is like where all the energy could be. Like this is like this is like your red pill, blue pill. Like you could go home, just take a nap. There's no more of what you wanted. Or there's a red pill where you could have music that you didn't know you needed to hear, and like a warehouse vibe. And it's just for like that scene, like yeah.
Yeah.
Any other ones? Like I would say, like you could open to drum bass and then end like the rest of the night with all the other DJs that you had planned.
Yeah, I don't
Or is
know.
that just me?
No, I know you're definitely right. I mean, I don't know if Robert could chime in on this too, but I've noticed this pattern where especially with drum and bass, it kind of lays more towards the end of the night, or more like in the deeper end of the party, where if it's like in the after party where it starts like maybe at midnight, you might be hearing that drum and bass like maybe later, like at 3 or 4. Or if
Yeah.
it's a show where it's like 9 to 2, that drum and bass probably doesn't come till maybe later, like at 1 a.m. Because maybe it is because before that it is like all house or all dubstep. Uh, I'm always curious to see where drum and bass slots are always like selected, like in these particular curations. It's always interesting to see, But I do see that the patterns like always like drum and bass at the end, and it's good to see that you're pushing it, bro. I mean, you played low end rooftop, play some drum and
Yeah, I
bass.
played there
I
with
thought that was
you guys.
pretty cool too. Like you opened up,
Mhm.
and I thought that was a cool vibe as well. And I
Thank
think
you. Thank
that
you.
in some places, like you said, I think setting plays a big part. And I think when you opened up with drum and bass at the rooftop, that was pretty cool. What got you into drum and bass, bro?
Um, like drum and bass was just always there because like my life is like has always been about music. That music has been a big key to my just being. Drum and bass, I guess you could just say it came in high school. So like in 2010. It really stuck with me when my friend Rico, we used to call him Rico Suave. He introduced me to like some like drum and bass tracks, and he was like, "These are sick, bro! Like listen to these," and it just sounded like drum and bass. And honestly, it reminded me of Slipknot because I used to listen to Slipknot, and I remember like there were some intros where Joey would just like I don't know if it was Joey or they were like samples, but like they sounded like what would be jungle, and like that just always stuck with me because I used to love those songs from Slipknot growing up, and then so like that, and then later on that or like another 2 years, I saw it live for the first time. It was Netski, and then following up was Andy C, and like that just like it's a different experience if you're listening to it at home, even at a party, and then once you listen to it like at a full like sound system, like in front of like even like these events, like it's a different experience as to like just listening to it, and then you want to chase that feeling.
I got you. What are some artists that you'd recommend to people that want to get into drum and bass right now?
Right now, I would say like
Give some OGs to throw in there as well.
Netsky, Don Wall. It just depends like how diverse you want to get. Jungle, you get like Conrad Subs. You can also get what I just saw was Monty, and his sound is very. I say Monty too. You should listen to Monty. Other artists like I love how like I have like hundreds of artists, but then at the same time like I cannot like name all of them. But
Nah, I feel you. I'm sorry to do that to you, bro.
Oh no, you're good. Over here like scanning, like trying to like list all of them, but I'm just like going from like jungle to drum and bass to liquid and Neurofunk. Imanu. Oh, listen to Imanu, bro. Like, you heard Imanu? Like Imanu goes everywhere. Like he's just like I can see like how he's just going places.
Another artist that I came across a couple years ago too. I believe you pronounce it Kamarian.
Kamarian. Oh yeah, Kamarian.
Yeah, Kamarian's another one. I mean, really, it didn't really hit off right with me at first. But I've been liking Reaper.
Reaper, lately. Yeah,
Reaper's cool.
They're all different vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Wilkinson.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
That's a different vibe from Reaper. Like that's just.
Let me ask you guys something. The people that you were naming, are they people from in the States?
You know what? I know Wilkinson. I believe is European.
Okay.
And
because what I want to like, I'm really interested to know is not a lot of people that play drum and bass and even make drum and bass music, right, are necessarily from the States.
They're always out of state.
Yeah. Like, what makes you like intrigued about drum and bass to want to do it like out here in the SoCal area? Like, do you ever think that like maybe you'd want to go elsewhere and like experience the drum and bass scene? I kind of went everywhere with that question, but
no, like eventually, like I would. I think about that a lot too. 'Cause I'm like that's where it's at. It's like literally out there, like UK and Belgium and Amsterdam. Like those are the places like I dream of one day being. But I just got to find the people that want me out there. So I feel like the way to go out there is to produce, somehow target my music to go out there, and then I don't know, maybe the right host and the right collective will hear me out and be like, you know what, we'll pay to fly you out here. Like, come on down, like fucking spin for us,
Yeah.
I just
for
got
sure.
to take the steps into it.
Yeah. Why don't you think there's a lot more like drum and bass influence artists out here?
Out
What do you
here.
think the disconnect is?
The disconnect. Really, there's just not a lot of. Maybe it's because there's not a lot enough shows happening. Maybe, like I don't know. Like I think about that too. Like randomly, like what? Why isn't it not like being pushed as much? Or no, because your question was like, why isn't it already here? Right? Why isn't there a lot of it?
Yeah.
It's just
Because like we all know it's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Like it's legit been around for a minute. I feel like every other genre's got like their big push, and I feel like I always feel like there's a rumbling going on for drum and bass, but that initial like over the hump never gets there. Like it's always just like, nah, drum and bass is happening, and then it's just
it's always gonna be underground.
yeah,
But you know what? I also I the way I've been trying to answer this, I've thought about this too, is I think because of what we're fed when it comes to like shows or radio, a lot of times those slots are being occupied by house and stuff. And I think over time, even when we were kids, when whatever we're being fed, like a lot of the time, that's what we're gonna be more connected, more probable to connect to. And I believe that if we were fed drum and bass like at a young like age, like radio wise, radio consumption, I think that we see a lot more, uh, a much more bigger fan base of drum and bass here in the States because UK does have a bigger fan base. I mean, shows are always constantly happening. I think I think one of the ways to solve this and bring more of a bigger fan base or create a bigger fan base for drum and bass, I think is to have more shows, bro, where it's like just strictly dedicated drum and bass. And I think now with the technology that we have, that artists can utilize, drum and bass has become like a cool genre that I see a lot of producers are starting to experiment a lot more with that tempo, with the drum structure. Now we have a lot more to work with. So I think now too, drum and bass, it's much more easier to digest, and listen to it like from the dance music perspective. Because over the years, radio has always just shoved house and shoved, that type of dance music down our throats. So I think the more we keep on putting drum and bass on the map, I think it's just a responsibility of us. I mean, I think you do already a great chunk of that playing drum and bass already in your set. So no, dude, I think that's one of the solutions. I think it's just playing more drum and bass and just feeding it to everybody. I mean, I know there's some tracks where it's like hit and miss. There's some good drum and bass out there. I mean, it's really just taking some time to check out some artists. You mentioned some artists earlier. Some of our listeners they're tuned in are gonna check it out. I mean, and what's cool about drum and bass too, though, is that now we have so many subgenres of drum and bass. We talk about subgenres in dance music, but with drum and bass, we got subgenres of drum and bass. I mean, it goes down the list too. Like one of my favorites is Liquid.
Mhm.
I fucking
Oh, I
love
love
Liquid,
Liquid.
bro. It's like, damn, this shit got a like. I like the vibe. It has like that drum and bass, drum structure.
It can take you places,
Yeah, it can get very melodic. I like that. I don't know. It's like it can get very emotional, and I like I like how dance music can get like that.
Have you heard of Liquid Jungle?
Liquid Jungle.
You should listen.
Maybe
to
I
Liquid
have,
Jungle.
but I wasn't able to really be like, oh, this is Liquid Jungle. Well, I want to talk to you real quick about like subgenres of drum and bass for those that are tuned in that may not know the subgenres of drum and bass. Because I only know a few, but maybe you might be able to school me and all of us here on the more deeper subgenres. Because like I only just know Liquid Jungle. I've heard the term jump up. I don't know if that's the thing.
Jump up, yeah.
I know there's more, but I can't think of them. But I don't know if you maybe want to add on to the list because
Even to this day, like I cannot name all of them. Like, there's a Liquid, there's Minimal, there's Neurofunk, which is
Neurofunk, okay.
that's like Imanu. But that like Liquid Jungle, like I had just discovered that like a week or two ago from one of my homies. He was like, "Oh, do you know what Liquid Jungle is?" I was like, what's that?" Like it just sounded like something I was missing. Like there's probably still like new like subgenres that, or even old ones that I just missed, like breakcore, but that just became its own thing. And then I'm pretty sure there could be one that's like influenced by jazz mainly. Pretty sure it's like jazz drum bass. I don't know what it's called. There's like a lot of sounds that just they have their own category, and like it's awesome to know that they're all under drum and bass. Like there's just that much love into drum and bass that there could be that many sounds. You know, like being a drum and bass DJ, like you could push. It's like you decide what sound you want to push, whether it be like you just go down the list of subgenres, which is just I think is like an awesome superpower to have. Just being one of those DJs of an underground genre.
Mm. No, and I think going back to like why I feel like there wasn't that much drum and bass here in the States. I think just I think many people were creating drum and bass like earlier in the times. Like we could have been seeing more drum and bass, but I think it's like one of those producer artist things where it's like, oh, I don't know, like I'm in the States, like if I drop a drum and bass track, I don't know how like get received. So I think sometimes it is one of those like things where like I don't know, like type shit. Like it's just I'm just put it in the tug, but we're starting to see more people release more of that drum and bass because now that we have that variety, now like people are able to like now experience drum and bass several ways, I guess.
You know what? I think would be a cool way to get drum and bass really popping. I know in the UK they do a lot of rapping over drum and bass beats, and I've even seen people do that shit.
Oh, the
here.
MCs.
Yeah, exactly. And I could definitely see, or would actually love to hear that, but the US version. Like we have a lot of dope rappers out here and whatnot. Imagine putting them on a drum and bass beat. Like right now, drill is kind of teetering on the line of like what drum and bass like could be, and like I feel like I don't know, we just got to throw some drum and bass at these drill rappers or something like that and see what sticks. I feel like that'd be super dope to listen to.
Yeah, they just got to collab. They got to make it happen. Like that'd be awesome too. Like to have that on the show. Like if someone could make a festival dedicated to drum and bass. I feel like a lot of people would just love that. Like like a lot of people would fly, probably even from out of country, to go to these festivals because it's like if you're especially like drum and bass fans in general, like they're like I feel like because I'm one of them, I feel like we're picky. Like we're very picky on artists and like that's why we don't go out. We either go out or we stay home or we go out to see like these artists that rarely like come.
It's not just like just like a regular drum and bass event just won't be enough. Like it has to be like a credible drum and bass thing.
And if you're really in love with drum and bass, you would probably go out. But like I feel like a lot of them have already done it so much that they're like, you know what, I could just stay in for this one. And then gotcha. But it's really that like artist that like just when you see and you're like they're playing here in LA, like you're not gonna miss it because they're not gonna do it at all. You're not gonna see them for like another year or two. Like Goldie, I saw him for free 3 years ago at Respect during Thanksgiving night, and I haven't seen him since.
Oh, okay.
And he got down too.
You excited to see any other drum and bass artists this year?
I am. I'm seeing Dimensions. I'm seeing 1991. They're gonna be like that. That's like the energy that I just love being in when you're like at a show for drum and bass.
Let me ask you something, bro. Because we're talking about drum and bass artists, but Robert brought up MCs. Is there like MCs that are kind of up to par with these drum and bass artists in terms of like popularity? Like, because I see some MCs have their own like slot at these drum and bass festivals. So, like, I'm wondering if you could even like pick out some MCs like on top of your head that are pretty known in the scene. Because I've always wanted to like follow like MCs, like follow like their involvement with like drum and bass artists and like see how they do their own shows. And I only know drum and bass artists, but I feel like I'm not really too educated on like the MCs. Like any MCs you should suggest or
MCs that like the ones that I personally have like because I've witnessed a lot of MCs, but like the ones that I've personally like had like connections with is like MC Ivan John. He gets down. Respect to him. Also Waxman. He played for one of our shows too. And he got down with the I forget his name. Kwek. Kwek. He got down too. I love their rhythm. Like MCs is a aspect that's missing at a lot of drum and bass shows. Chem Drag, he gets down too. yeah, like we should have more MCs on our drum and bass shows. Like that is like something that's like really missing because like when you're just listening to the music, like that's different from a hype man. You know, that's
Yeah.
what the MC is also. Whether they're the hype man or they're just like their own like MC, like energy.
It gives it more like of a interactive experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like someone from the crowd is up there with you.
Yeah, the way I see that, or the most similar thing I could say that energy gives is like rap battles and stuff like that. It's like the same energy because they are rap, like pretty much MCing, right?
Yeah,
It's just that crowd, and like it's just different, I think, because like I said, it is interactive, but then also like you're giving another performance aspect to just the DJing now, you know.
you know, it would be a cool idea, like a rap battle during a deep drum bass set.
That'd be so lit, bro. That'd be so lit.
But you know what's crazy about drum and bass sets and MCs? Because I've seen MCs like perform like in other types of sets, and then versus drum and bass sets, live sets too. Like these MCs talk and like hype and rap like consistently throughout the whole set, bro. And like the whole crowd is everyone's fucking with it, bro. In drum and bass, but like you try to have an MC or like even DJs that try to like MC their own shit like throughout the whole set, like in a house or something. Like I don't know, like after a while, it just becomes like not necessary for some reason. But with drum and bass, it's like the MC like it's always necessary at any time, every time. Like I see all these videos, I'm like, dude, the MC has not stopped. Like this guy's been going like drop, breakdown. Like he's still talking. Like I'm just amazed. Like it takes skill, bro. I'm just saying that it takes skill for an MC to like get up there for 30 minutes to an hour and like, you know, say some shit. You know, and, like it's crazy. You know, they're like, I don't know. They're like a type of rappers, right? Like they're type of rappers. Like they're just like on another level. They got bars though, right? These MCs already have like these bars reserved, right? Are they mostly still like freestyling or?
I think that's what makes him an MC. Yeah. Or at least that's what KRS-One says. Like you just got to be like the MC is just like that person that like just doesn't stop, you know. Like he's basically I would call it a rapper. Yeah, rapper, non-stop rapper.
That's where like rappers came from. Like the whole idea of rappers is came from like backyard functions with a DJ and an MC, and then they started recording what they did at parties, and then they eventually became rappers. Like that's how the whole rapper thing started, is from like backyard parties with a turntable and a microphone.
It's just hip hop now.
Yeah, exactly. But question, I heard you say it earlier a little bit. Have you started producing as well, drum and bass?
I have. It is I really chose like one of those genres that is just gonna be like something that I'm really gonna have to tackle. But yeah, it's I am on the works of that.
Dope. What DAW did you choose?
Fruity Loops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Gang out here.
I just feel more comfortable with Fruity Loops. Everyone, I've seen a lot of people that make like really amazing stuff on Ableton, and when I was on Ableton, I couldn't understand it. I don't know, something about it. What do you use?
I use FL.
Okay, I thought so.
FL out here. I feel like Ableton is too structured for me. Like it's too like formatted, and with FL, it's like I can kind of move things freely, like wherever I want, and like it's more visual. Like I could see everything. And
no, literally, that's what I was telling my friend. Literally, like a few hours ago, I was like, "How do you even like how do you see it like in Ableton? Like I obviously I've seen it, but like how do they like they could do it as easily as like I could see it on here? So it's like it's just crazy how they could do it like that.
I think it's like different workflow processes. I've noticed that like with Ableton, like when they work certain sessions, like the way they start, I notice certain patterns, and then I notice like how some producer sessions start their FL projects. Like I see these YouTube videos, I'm like, oh, okay.
I also like now that I'm thinking about it, like I also think it goes down to like the type of learning style that you most likely prefer. Like I'm a very visual person, so I need to see like everything that's going on for me to fully understand things.
That's how I am.
And I think that's what FL gives you, rather than if you're a very auditory person that you just need to listen to understand things. Ableton might be more of a thing because you don't necessarily have to see everything. You just need to hear it and just keep going, you know? So I feel like maybe that's like a big factor of like which DAW you choose, you know? And then there's some people that need both. You need to see it and hear it. And, you know, like it just depends on like your learning style, I think. But yeah, interesting to think about. But I think you did the right choice choosing FL. Fuck Ableton, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You use Fruit Loops too?
Yeah,
okay.
Studio. Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you ever plan on incorporate? I don't know if you sure. I'm not. I don't know if you have, but do you ever plan on incorporating like an MC in one of your sets?
In one of my sets, yeah. Oh, I had Waxman and Quick during my set at a basement in Pomona
Right.
last year. Yeah,
shit,
they were spitting during my set and they got down.
Yeah, how the crowd receive it?
They were enjoying it. No, they knew how to work the crowd. No,
That's what's up.
like I know, like I think that was the only time I had an MC. So what, like only like 5% of all my shows, maybe 2%. I don't know. I've had an MC during my set,
All right.
but I need more. I just need more MCs.
Well, shit, bro. I think with the technology these days, you could probably just fucking download some shit and have your own like AI MC.
Yeah, MC.
Bro. What do you think about that shit, dude? The AI music, bro.
That voice though.
Like, dude, making music is becoming a lot more like.
I've heard about that, but I haven't heard a track made by AI.
Oh, dude.
Don't tell me that's on the challenge.
Shit, fuck, bro. I'd be tight.
Made by an AI.
Nah, dude.
Is this made by AI or not?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of these clips, bro, but these people will literally type in like in this chat box, give me a 140 BPM Skrillex type beat, but if Skrillex made this better type shit, and it'll give you like a signal that'll try to replicate like what you put in the chat box. It'll literally would generate a sound, and dude, like it's kind of scary, bro. Like it's crazy because if someone were to really like nail that shit down to perfection. Imagine having a plugin like that where it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to like have a quick day real quick.
Kind of gets me mad that you say that, bro.
Dude, that's crazy as fuck.
I see
You know,
what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like it takes away like that artistry from you, you know, because you're not necessarily seeking out the creative. Because before we have AI now, it's there, but before AI, you know, we're literally like diving deep into ourselves as artists and trying to create these sounds that comes from us, and that's what makes our music because it's coming from us. And I think when like AI is introduced and shit, I just think that it really takes away like some of that uniqueness that comes with the artist. But that's also that side of AI where it's like if you use it to its potential, use it the right way, it can even enhance like your artistry. So it's like I'm kind of like,
damn, bro. A lot of people are gonna have AI ghost producers. Is that what I'm hearing?
Bro, it's probably already have, yeah, for sure. Like,
oh fuck,
dude. I mean, I don't know if you've seen clips of that shit, Robert.
Not, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, someone typed in the chat box, "Make me a dubstep beat, better than Skrillex," and and like, replicated.
Okay, first of all, that's an impossible like statement, you know. But
okay, so it didn't sound better than Skrillex, but it was scary that what it generated. I was like, damn, like not better than Skrillex, but this is some shit that I could work off of. Like, it's crazier how much we've advanced with technology with music, bro. Like literally now, like in a year or so, we could probably have a plug-in. You know, one morning wake up, you just write out real quick 174 liquid German bass with a blend of Wilkinson and a blend of Reaper, and then it generates the track for you, bro. Right off like a chef, bro. Fucking chef. Ratatouille, bro. That's some Ratatouille shit.
That'd be an easy day, yeah.
That'd be an easy
Ratatouille
day.
shit.
and like because we're like, I guess artists are always trying to save time, right? Like I think that's just one of the things where we're gonna see AI being a lot more used. You know, that's just crazy, bro. It's scary to me. I think it's really scary. Like I don't want to. Oh, dude, I don't know, man. It's fucking scary.
It's gonna really make you wonder what you think about the next time you hear a track. You're like, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds too clean.
All right, well, let me ask you this because I've asked a couple people this. If you knew that your favorite favorite artists didn't make their music, would that upset you?
Yeah.
After knowing that, like you thought they made their own music, would that upset you?
I don't know. That's a very hard question. I mean, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
it is a hard question actually.
Because like I could think about it like he didn't really make that song or she didn't really make that song. Damn, I have mixed emotions about that. I'd be hurt. I'd be hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like. I think maybe like it'll just be one of those things that when you hear the song, like you start thinking about it, you're like, you probably wouldn't vibe to it as hard as.
Oh, I feel that.
You're like, oh, this is AI made.
Ah.
This ghost produced. I don't know.
Weren't they trying to have like this AI artist, like
he
and
got
some shit?
canceled.
Yeah. Oh, he got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was like
because-
like some dude AI.
So the person who was making the lyrics and writing the lyrics was a white dude, but the dude that was rapping it was a black dude. But it said the N word all the time, and it was a white dude writing it. So I think it was like 5 days or like 6 days after he got signed to like a label or whatever, they just canceled the whole thing.
So that's just done now. That project's done.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And look, and that's the other thing too, bro. Like with these festivals, like in the future coming up, you're gonna still see these artist names on the bill. But when you show up to these performances, you may not see a fucking human body, bro. You might just see a screen and it's like a 3D character. You know what I'm saying?
Gorillas.
Like, bro, no, like yeah, literally,
Yeah.
dude. Like it's crazy where I'm thinking like in 5-10 years, like imagine just seeing a lineup and it's just straight
Hologram.
holograms, AI talent, dude. Like it's literally cutting out like actual musicians. Like isn't that like I don't see that's some scary ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's scary as fuck. Like AI, like like let's think about it real quick, real deep, bro. Cause I was DJing at a bar last night and 2 days ago. I was like, dude, like there's AI now where if honestly there could be an AI DJ right here, like just like playing a set, like sooner or later bars won't have to actually have a person like show up. Like
I
AI
think
will
so.
get really good. Well, I mean, like obviously the like AI won't be able to read a room. Like there's that like connection that yeah, for sure. But
unless there's a camera and they're like scanning everyone and then
But
they're
no,
able
but
to
that's
like
what I'm
read the
yeah.
frequencies and like test their vibes and now they're
Watch-
playing the perfect song.
Watch they make an app like that. It's gonna be like Spotify where
No.
you select music and it's gonna mix the songs. And if you have like a specific set list that you want, it's gonna do it for you. Watch.
I'm pretty sure like there's shit like that already, bro. Like we just don't use it type shit.
yeah.
But like what I think the way I'm thinking about it, at the end of the day, like we're entertainment, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what this is. It's entertainment. And I think DJs were a part of entertainment for so long, but now like things are evolving, bro. Like so we either gotta evolve with what's going on or like shit's gonna
Like the,
get past us.
yeah,
you
like
know?
the standard for entertaining people is not
It's not
down
just
here no
DJing
more. Yeah,
anymore.
it's not just DJing no more.
Yeah.
Back then you could
Just
definitely
DJ.
do your shit, like play all these shows with just by DJing.
Because you can't like it used to be entertaining. Now
Yeah.
like
Now it's just like, okay, well, you're a DJ. Okay, what
and
else,
I
bro?
can see a bunch of this shit on like social media. So like why am I coming out? How are you gonna entertain me tonight?
So yeah, okay, you can DJ. Can you juggle? Can you juggle like the clowns?
While
Like, can
you
you juggle
DJ?
while you DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you
you know? Can you do a handstand while you DJing, bro? Can you fucking like? It's like, and then you start seeing DJs do some crazy ass shit now because of people entertainment
chop with their
standards.
tongue, bro.
Hit chop with their tongue.
Oh yeah.
We have someone like Salvatore Ganacci
Ganacci.
who's like
Ganacci.
fucking doing a whole circus act. You didn't have to. I remember didn't have to do that shit in 2012, 2010,
He
2009.
made people
How-
cry though. So
Oh, okay, true.
Wait, what? People crying.
yeah.
How would you feel if you were seeing that? Being a fan of his or not, but you're in the crowd, like how would you feel if he was just up there playing around? Just,
Oh, Armin van
how would you
Buuren?
feel? Armin van Buuren.
Oh, who?
No, like say like Salvatore Ganacci.
Okay, right.
If I pronounce his name right.
Right.
If you were in that crowd, how would you feel?
I know the brand, so I'm enjoying it. Like I'm not taking this person seriously in terms of a DJ, but as an entertainer,
Oh damn.
I'm like, okay, I get why this person's getting the festival slot, right?
Yeah.
I'm able to dissect that, but that's the thing now. Like, festivals are kind of leaning more towards like, okay, like we could book DJs, but now we have this talent pool where there's DJs that can do this and this, this and this and this. We got
Some mix
Salvatore that can
entertainer.
fucking do a backflip and DJ. What's good? Here you go, bro. 8 p.m. Tomorrowland. So yeah, bro. I think we just gotta do like more acrobatic like shit for our DJing, and then we can get the festival slots.
Yeah, that and juggling.
Yeah, I've been taking lessons at Circus.
Or just different shit in general, right? Just like something different.
Yeah, I'm just like
Well, that's why Dead Mouse is so big, like helmet on his head type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of these people are blowing up because they're doing something different, you know?
Mhm.
Like, that's why a lot of people gravitate towards them. It's 'cause either something different or something very relatable. Like, that's, I think, are like the two biggest aspects of like what makes a good artist is being relatable or just doing something different, you know?
yeah. Have you always been drum and bass with your project, David? Or was there like chapters in your brand where it wasn't drum and bass?
There's chapters, yeah. It actually all started in high school 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I was starting off as like just playing house music and hardstyle, and it was just like that for a while. And then I had a falling out with like that whole scene, and I just kind of stayed away for a little bit. And then once I got brought back in, it was really drum and bass that really held me back in the scene. And so I decided that it would just be drum and bass, you know. Like it just felt right because, you know, it was the one genre that just always spoke out to me. And if I wanted to play anything in my slot, whether it be an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, I'm going to play drum and bass. I'm going to play my favorite songs.
And you don't have to touch on it, but you said you had like a falling out with like house and whatnot. Is it more like
it had to do more of my own being and relationship as well.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just a relationship I was in, and then I just decided, like, you know what, I don't need this, and that was a lie, because like that actually got me out of like some holes when I was growing up. So like EDM, electronic music, whether it be drum and bass, house, hardstyle, like it could really help you a lot.
For sure. It's like a EDM and like just the whole community in general. Could be
Like
a
music is medicine.
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's just
definitely believe that 100%. Because like, and it's not even just a listening aspect. Like it brings more than just like music. Like I said, it brings community, and that's a big aspect. Like, and especially like you said, like, well, you found drum and bass, right?
Mhm.
Like, and I feel like people who find drum and bass are connected deeply, and I say this very like stern, deeply with the music, because to like drum and bass, like that means you went through a bunch of shit and landed on drum and bass. I feel like, right?
What does it say? All roads lead to drum and bass.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like I'm dead ass because like you, for me, what I've noticed is a lot of drum and bass heads are like an older crowd for I don't know why, but I think it's because like they've, like I said, experienced a lot, and they've realized like, oh, drum and bass is actually like a really good, like nice. It could be chill music, it could be heavy music, like it could be all of that, right? And then it's still like at the same time live drums, like, you know, like a lot of people that enjoy drum and bass like that, like the live drum aspect of it. I definitely like that's the main reason why I really dig drum and bass, is because I can see a drummer doing that shit, like,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, okay, fuck, like that's dope as fuck.
You can only imagine when there's like a live act of having an actual drummer. Like you could hear the difference too. Like that'd be a cool experience too.
Fact.
Something I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, you see, that's one thing that I was never able to get into when I was like young, getting into dance music, because I was just so into big room and electro, dirty Dutch.
Mhm.
So whenever I was like going to these festivals, and this was like 2014, 2015, like when I was still like coming across these drum and bass sets with like live drums and live MC, like it was really like I wasn't into drum and bass. So like it's crazy to see how like the influence over time has won me, you know, because now I'm able to go to the same and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it right here and hang out because I'm fucking with the sound. And yeah, honestly, bro, I can't complain. I fuck with the drum and bass sound. Let me ask you this: what's one genre or like one stage that you can't be at, bro? Like you're just like you're right. You're like nah, or like even a show. Like, what's one set that you just can't play, bro? Where it's like, oh no, I won't play this like type of set, or I won't play like this.
I mean, depends on the pay.
Alright, hey,
when it comes to
true
like
that,
when it
true
comes to
that.
my job, like this is just music. Like when it comes to that, like yeah, I guess I'll spin it. I mean, like, but then again, like now that I think about like if I played something I don't even like okay, that yeah, there'll be some stuff I
Yeah,
won't
like
play.
what's one genre that a promoter cannot make you play, bro, at a show? Like
Mm.
you're just like, nah.
I mean, there's no disrespect, but it's
No,
just
not at
because
all.
I just because everyone has their own style, you know, or whatever. Um, melodic dubstep.
Melodic dubstep. Damn. Okay. Well, look, the door's right here, bro.
Thank you.
He just dips down.
Honestly,
I mean, some
I feel
shit.
that. I can't. I wouldn't want to listen to a full.
If I'm
set.
correct, is that okay? No, don't disrespect again, because I love everyone in the rave community. But is that Linium? Is that melodic dubstep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely that falls
Like that
under
sound, I could see like how people like it too, because
Yeah.
it's almost like it's similar to trance, like how people could be like very driven into trance, and you know, like I like trance too, just like how I like drum and bass. A lot of people don't like drum and bass, and you could chase that same, you know, that same feeling when you're just at your favorite sound, and you just get that like all over you, and just
I feel like a melodic dubstep is for the people that are really like aggressive, heavy people, but they still need a chill side, and that's their chill side.
Have you ever been to an Elenium set?
Not because I wanted to.
Because
Like, I mean, like I had a
Okay.
door, like that was the meetup.
you had
like, that was
glasses and a
me.
patch over you, and just
Damn.
I mean, and no, it wasn't like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. Like
Right.
it's a cool atmosphere when you're at those sets. I'm not gonna lie. It's just it's either be aggressive or don't. I think for me, like I don't know, and like I don't know how that's chill. Like I just can't endure to. Maybe like if you threw like those tracks in like every now and then in like a heavy dubstep set, I like it because now you're like just giving me some time to rest. But now it's like a full set of me just resting, and then like maybe like 20 seconds of like good little head movement. you
Yeah.
know?
You see, that's one thing that I want to experience more is actually going to, because I don't think I've ever experienced like a big concert festival setting where it's like liquid drum and bass or like chill drum and bass. I feel like all the drum and bass sets I've gone, it's just because it is like live setting. People are more in the mood to like rage out. They want that aggressive drum and bass, but like right now, like my climate of taste for drum and bass, like I'm now more down to like hang out at a set where it's like more chill. Like, you know, I'm down to just chill and like I like even like when I would DJ, like I would even be down to like if a festival came up to me like a cool big festival, like, hey, like you're down to play a liquid drum and bass set, I'd be fucking down, you know? Like I just think that it's cool to offer that sort of vibe in a festival when a lot of the primary tone of sets it can be very let's rage or party,
I think-
very aggressive.
I think that's why like people like Millennium and stuff like they really do well in festival settings, because like when you go to like club settings, warehouse settings, and stuff like that.
Wait, were you passing to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go to like a lot of those type of settings, you won't hear the melodic stuff. Like at just like your downtown area, like you don't really go there to hear the melodic stuff. So when you do go to a festival, like and then that artist is there, you're like, damn, this is the one time like I will be able to hear this like slow melodic music and actually feel it with all these people. So I definitely understand like that aspect. And you got to also think about it this way too, like as a DJ myself, every time I get booked to play somewhere, bro, I want to like turn up. Like I want to like, when am I just gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna be chill today?
Right.
Like when will I ever feel that way? Have you ever felt like when you get booked, like, nah, today I'm just gonna be chill?
no, that's like how the question you asked me, like what time, like what drum and bass fit. Well, like the electric jungle, like I've closed and I've opened. So when I open, I die. I love playing liquid, so I just play a whole hour of liquid.
Gotcha.
And if I close, I'll probably still play liquid if I close, but I'm gonna end it off with some heavy stuff.
Okay, I see.
Just because I just feel like that's the right way to send everyone off. Like just
Yeah, and you know it's interesting that we see certain curation when it comes to live and when it comes to just like a mix like to be heard like online. Cause I'll follow artists where their sets are very aggressive, crazy bangers, but every time they'll drop a mix online, it's how would I say this? There's just a lot more experimental with their curation. Like it may not the mixes that they make and upload may not reflect ultimately like their live sets because I guess they just experiment more in mixes. Like I've noticed this type of pattern with artists, and I tend to do this too, where like my mix may be a lot more experimental than it would be in a live set because as we mentioned, live setting more people are kind of drawn to get much more raised up to where if I'm doing a mix, I might drop a little bit more liquid or more chill stuff than I would.
Uh, and I think that like what you're saying right now, like it all ties into like what you had said earlier, kind of like it's a little off basis, but like there's no places to just play drum and bass, so you don't ever get like a whole variety of like just liquid drum and bass, just a jungle drum and bass. And I think it's the same thing in like in the going out experience. There aren't really places to just go out like nightlife wise and just chill. There's no
Right.
place like that. You know, it's to go have drinks and turn up. Like that's what nightlife is. You know, there isn't chill nightlife really. Maybe like poetry slams or some shit like that. But like, you know, I don't like that's we still like in the music business and entertainment. I feel like there's not that much really.
Chill. I feel like that would be like some lo-fi drum and bass.